Hi, my name is Robert Fish, and I am presenting this Pechacucha on the flora, fauna, fish, and fowl of the Truckee River Watershed. The plant that I will be talking about is wild rye. The mammal that I will be talking about is the beaver. The fish that I'll be talking about is the kiwi, and the bird that I'll be talking about is the pinyon jay. I, like most of you, am very new to Reno because I am from Las Vegas, which is pretty far away, like 9 hours. So, the plant life and animal life there are pretty different, so I wanted to make a presentation to learn more about those. The term wild rye refers not to a single species, but to the entire Lamus genus. This grass, or this group of grasses, is perennial, meaning that it grows for greater than 2 years. It can grow as tall as 2 meters, and it likes to grow in clumps. The wild rye genus is very hardy, and members are often drought, heat, and cold tolerant. As such, it's adaptable to a wide range of conditions and can be found throughout the United States and Canada, excluding the far southeastern portion and Mexico. Wild rye has several important uses in the natural world. Firstly, it acts to prevent soil erosion. Secondly, it serves as an important food source for cottontails, ground-dwelling sparrows, various hoofed mammals, and a host of insects. Humans have their own uses for wild rye. Native American tribes, such as the Northern Paiute, have used this plant for centuries to make important household goods. Stems were used to make arrows, leaves to make medicine, roots as brooms, and seeds were ground to make food. Castor canadensis is North America's largest rodent. Historically, its range spanned almost all of North America, but due to severe overhunting, it was made extinct locally, or extirpated. Thanks to 1800s-era laws, its population has rebounded in most of the U.S. The beaver's diet consists mostly of a small number of preferred species, such as the bark of willow trees. During the summer, they supplement their diet with grasses, sedges, and other aquatic plants, and during the winter, they eat from a stockpile of sticks and logs that they keep under the surface of their ponds. Beavers were hunted extensively due to their warm, soft, waterproof fur, which was made into coats and hats. Their meat was prized by natives for its flavor, and their testicles and castoreum glands were harvested for use in perfume and as a painkiller. Beavers, like humans, highly alter their environment. Beavers use sticks from the trees they fell to create dams, which deepen and broaden the slow-moving rivers where they live. They then build lodges that have 2 or more exits and a raised platform where they can raise their young. The pinyon jay, another species historically native to the Truckee River watershed, has been strongly affected by humans. This large, highly social songbird has a plumage that is entirely dull blue except for a whitish area under its black beak. Pinyon jays travel in large, permanent flocks that may include more than 500 individuals and which follow a complex social hierarchy that involves mating for life. Even though they travel in large flocks, individuals prefer to nest in individual trees, though it's not uncommon to find trees that have many nests in them. Pinyon jays are distributed primarily through the Great Basin of the American West. They live mostly in pinyon juniper forests on mountainsides, though they have been known to move to other habitats when food is scarce. Their diet consists mostly of pinyon pine nuts and is supplemented by berries, small grains, seeds, insects, and occasionally the eggs and hatchlings of other bird species. Since the 1960s, the pinyon jay's population has been falling consistently at 4% per year. This can be traced back to human actions. Because pinyon juniper forests are not seen as profitable, humans have been trying steadily to destroy them to replace them with more profitable pasture land. The kiwi is a medium-sized fish with a blackish-brown back and a creamy white underbelly. Its lifespan is upwards of 40 years, though it does not reach sexual maturity until age 6. Its diet consists of zooplankton, algae, and aquatic insects living in Pyramid Lake. This fish can currently only be found in Pyramid Lake in western Nevada. Historically, the kiwi also inhabited Lake Winnemucca, which used to be adjacent to Pyramid Lake, until it dried up after the construction of Derby Dam. During spawning season, the kiwi also inhabits the lower Truckee River. Spawning is the most dangerous time in a kiwi's life. As an adult kiwi swims up the Truckee River, it's preyed on by pelicans and double-crested cormorants. The young fish larvae are hunted out by red-side shiners, and the young adults that swim back down the river are eaten by the tuichub and the Lahontan cutthroat trout. Historically, the Pyramid Lake Band of northern Paiute Indians relied heavily on annual spawning runs of the kiwi for food. This band would gather at this species' spawning grounds and hunt large amounts of the breeding fish. The kiwi were such an important component of traditional life for the northern Paiute that their name for themselves was Kiwi-Tukutta, meaning kiwi eaters. The construction of Derby Dam decimated the kiwi's population by destroying Lake Winnemucca, half of the kiwi's range, and by posing an obstruction to the kiwi's spawning grounds. Only in the last decades has its population rebounded through the use of hatcheries such as this one. Thanks for watching this Pachacucha. Maybe next time you're wandering down by the Truckee or through the city streets or hiking down by Lake Tahoe, you'll remember the other inhabitants of this beautiful watershed.